How the fuck's it going, everyone? Back today with another video. And today we've got a very friendly face, or what I assume is a friendly face under that mask, at least a familiar one. Mr. Rhevok out of Mordant Rhed. How's it going, man?
Very good. Yes, the mask. They say I have kind eyes.
Who the fuck says that?
My dreams.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. And a nice voice right at the start of the recording there as well. Um,
Yeah.
but But yeah, I assume most of my subscribers are familiar with you at this point, because you are pretty much everywhere, to be honest, doing lots of kind of bits and bobs, bits of collaborations here and there. But yeah, for those who don't know you, kind of, what are you doing here?
Well, actually, to kind of go back, you talked about doing all these collaborations and stuff. Somebody, somebody asked me, man, how come you do all that shit all the time? I said, well, the reason I do that is because it's not just to get on camera, because a lot of times it's people that I'm just curious to talk to, like yourself. Yeah. We've corresponded many times online, so I was just motherfucker. I turned off, but we've corresponded, and I wanted to just chat with you a little bit. So hopefully people watch this, but if they don't, I don't give a fuck. I just look forward to bullshitting with you. But as far as the other question, yeah, man, it's got a YouTube channel, Mordant Rhed, but the main thing is the band, Mordant Rhed, and it's a black metal band, but we like all kinds of shit, hardcore, D-beat shit, death metal, so it's kind of a combination of all that shit.
Yeah, man. I was going to actually say that we've been speaking for quite a while on like Instagram and things like that, and we spoke about doing a collaboration. I did end up on that kind of underrated black metal albums vid that you did, which was awesome. But this is actually the first time we're speaking. So yeah, really cool to have you on, man.
Sorry, these fucking idiots are messaging me right now.
Oh, good, man. Must be painful to be that popular.
Oh, it's people I don't want to talk to. All right. So anyway, sorry. I hate when motherfuckers pick up their phone when they're talking to somebody.
Oh, you're all good, man. You're all good. Yeah, I was just about to say, so obviously you're kind of here to promote your band first and foremost, I suppose, but not necessarily on the stream, just on YouTube in general. Is that kind of what you were thinking about when you started the channel? I don't know if you've been asked this before, by the way, but
yeah, man. How it even started is we had the band before all this YouTube shit, before this channel that I started, and social media is a good thing if when done right. A lot of people abuse it, and I don't even want to go into that, but if you want to promote yourself properly, it is. So I thought, let's just do a YouTube channel. But when we have band practice, we're always talking shit and talking about bands and stuff, and I was like, I'll just do a YouTube channel and talk about bands and stuff, because it's the same stuff I already do anyway. So it's not like it's something, hey, what can I do to make money? No, it was just kind of a gradual progression, and thought we can talk about our band, a small percentage, but then talk about other bands, and it just kind of grew from there, and then also the whole mask and all that shit. I mean, I was trying to think of something different too, because with this band, I don't want to wear corpse paint and all that shit, because I don't have the patience to put that crap on. I like corpse paint, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but it's not for me. So I thought, put a ski mask on, like, nah, it's fucking boring. Who's already done that? Let's put some fucking patches on here and look like some Ragged Hills Have Eyes looking shit, and it's gone okay. I mean, we've been lucky enough that people see us play. I mean, not like some big shot or nothing, but it's been pretty good. I'm very thankful for all the people we've met, and like people like you and other people. I've met all motherfuckers all over the place, man. It's been really good.
Yeah, man, it's a good way of like networking and stuff. On that corpse paint kind of topic, I've seen a bunch of bands like in the toilets, like after they've played, trying to wash that shit off. I'm like,
man,
God damn, when you're all sweaty and stuff, we can just go for a piss, grab a beer. Those guys, man, they're scrubbing their skin off.
No, I just like to just pop this off and don't have to worry about any shit. Like, because man, it's just even the fact even the fact of being at a show where sometimes you have no place to change. I'm in a fucking shitty ass toilet where I'm trying to doors shut and I'm balancing where I'm holding all my stuff and changing and making sure it doesn't touch the pissy ass floor. And that's a whole skill of its own where I'm learning to grab shit with my knees and hold it and put the jacket on, the mask, and there's piss all over the floor and I don't want to touch it. My shirt's to touch it. See, high class shit right there, man.
Yeah, man. That's show business for you right there.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Did you like make the mask yourself?
Yes. Sorry. The only reason I'm looking at my phone, people are calling me, hey, it's fucking supposed to flood here. Fuck off. Yeah, the mask, it was literally, I just bought some bullshit executioner mask and then thought, what can I do? And I cut the mouth off and it was like a Mentor's one, had a point on the top. And I was like, I don't want to look like that shit. So I fixed it where it's not sticking up and then started putting some random patches on there, you know, Sargeist and Bathory and an idea, just whatever, just to try to look a little bit different. I mean, this shit here is what I got on. It's not like I'm reinventing the wheel. There's plenty of other bands that have a similar look. And I like that look. I like this kind of look, and I also love the early Brazilian look, Sarcophago and Holocausto, all that kind of look. That and this kind of look, kind of blasphemy kind of look, I love that kind of shit. And anytime I see a band that looks like that, I'm going to check them out, man. I mean, it's cliche, but that's what I like.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. And I think a lot of people on YouTube kind of see you get up because it is unique for YouTube, I would say. Like, there aren't any other guys I can think of that are doing what you're doing, even if bands are doing it. I thought it was a really cool, like, shtick, going there.
Yeah, it's, and people, you know, asking, well, how did you get that to take off? To me, I think the way you make something take off is you being yourself, you know, which I feel your channel is. It's very, you know, watch it. It's someone that's passionate about it. You can tell they're telling the truth. They're not just thinking, okay, what topic can I pick that's going to get more views? You know, it's about being honest. And that's what I look for, you know, when I watch a channel, because I don't have a lot of time to watch YouTube channels, but I do. Yours is one, and and another newer one I like is that Buff Metal. I don't know if you've come across his.
I was just watching one of his videos today. Yeah, it was
he's got it's honesty, you know, and you're not fucking wearing Dracula capes and shit on there. You don't need to, you know. It's just
only
honesty.
On a Friday night, man.
Yeah, it's okay. You got to be selective when you do that, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
But no, man, I just enjoy, you know, talking, you know, and the thing is, too, what's really cool about this, I've said this before, like I can even say this about you. I've talked to you online, but watching your videos, just by seeing how you talk, your energy, I could just tell, yeah, I'll get along with that guy if I met him in person. You know, I see other channels. If I met that person, I probably wouldn't want to have nothing to do with them, you know. And it's nothing against them. It's just, you know, certain people have certain energies, but I don't know. But then when you meet people, it's cool. And even like that Buff Metal guy, I had been talking to him and I met him in person. We played in Massachusetts last month and met him in person. And yeah, he was exactly what I expected. You know, it was very cool. Now I'll see him again next month at another show. So just meeting people, man, and it's cool, you know, because most people I don't like.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. It is cool to see how people's personalities come through this. Because at first I feel like you had the like angry sort of elitist sort of feel about you with your style. But then I think your personality really kind of came through once you toned that back a little bit.
Yeah, I can agree with that because it's at the beginning, honestly, when we first did this channel, it was just to do a YouTube channel, promote the band. It wasn't really about, you know, playing live or anything. And I put the fucking pitch shifters to sound like some kind of fucking serial killer. So it was all about, you know, I don't know, just insanity, you know. But you're right, it just naturally just kind of progressed to who I am. That's why I don't use, people ask, why don't you use that fucking pitch shifter shit anymore? I'm like, it makes no sense, because if I have that and then I go play live and I talk my regular voice, it sounds like my voice is like this compared to the other one. It makes no sense. That's why I just stopped using that shit, you know. At the end of the day, man, it's all about just being honest. And We just like, you know, and everybody in the band likes it too. We enjoy playing shows, like talking about music and stuff. It's not like just trying to look cool and beg. Please subscribe. Please watch my. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, don't watch it, man. You know, and I still get people too commenting, "Hey, what's with the mask?" I'm like, "Are you a fucking idiot?" I mean, obviously you can tell it's the people that don't know shit about black metal and stuff, because anybody that knows would not ask that. They may not like it. They may think it looks stupid, but they do know what it's for, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say that actually. You seem to have like struck a perfect balance, because you're not all about the band. You're not all about music even. It seems like a perfect balance between like talking about what you're doing and also like your hobbies. And that really that came across even when you were like pitch shifting and stuff, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's what drew me to your channel as well. Like authenticity, and you're passionate about like figurines, horror films, and then music as well. I thought that was really cool. I was going to ask about like editing and stuff. So I don't know if this is a boring topic for everyone listening, but your channel, I very quickly noticed your editing was some of the best kind of out there, or at least in metal anyway. Are you doing all of that, or have you got someone helping you? Or
I have a bunch of black metal minions here, and I beat them with a whip. And they edit this, edit that, and beat them with a fucking axe handle.
I should fucking think so.
I edit the shit, you know, because it's hey, I'm the kind of person, I want to figure shit out and do it, you know, and it kind of segues to playing drums too, because I'll get into that in a minute. But as far as when I want something to happen, I just figure it out. You know, I've always messed around, edited videos and shit, and then, but you know what I do with this? I'm trying to make it kind of more documentary style, you know, because I've always been obsessed with film and stuff like that. So I used some shitty programs in the past, just fucking around with stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's upgrade to Premiere Pro, you know, and then I just learned the crash course and learned it in 1 week. I literally, you just go watch videos and learn that shit. And anybody that sit there and says, oh, I can't figure it out, well, motherfucker, you're not taking the time to do it. If you really want that, if you really want to make a lot of money, if you really want to do this, you got to spend the time to do it, you know, and just figured it out. And two, I think one of the most important things about video editing is not just about flashy colors and funny, you know, great text on there. It's about pacing, you know, whether the person's speaking bam, 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 not just rambling on and on about some boring shit. And maybe some people may watch some of my videos, may think that too, but I try to make sure it's very to the point and not, well, yeah. And also people too, which I think is fucking pussy shit, when somebody like wants to listen to my band, you know, or my crappy band, and you know, they it's like almost like they're fishing for compliments for somebody to go, oh no, your band is good. Fuck that, man. Either they like it or they don't, you know, and no one should be out there crying and please like my shit, or a band plays live, hey, come up to the front. No, motherfucker, they'll come up to the front if they want to. If they're not, exactly. If they don't come to the front, you ain't worth the shit, you know?
Yeah, play your ass off, see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did wonder about like the rest of your like bandmates and stuff. Do they ever like put topics in or anything that they want you to talk about, like to kind of relate to the band, or is this just all entirely you?
As far as like the band stuff, it's mostly just me. But as far as I'm sorry, when I'm talking about other bands, yeah, it's mostly me. But as far as our band, it's all collaboration. You know, it's just a matter of what can we do, what's something, because we're always trying to brainstorm, we're trying to think of something different to do. And we've already got some stuff planned later in the year that's a little bit different. And for example, I don't know if did you see that music video we did for Filth Walker? It's like in a garage and people are all dancing around. Yeah. That video there, actually, our bass player came up with that concept because we were trying to think of what can we do, something different, man. And then he said, "Fuck it, let's just fucking have a video shoot and do it in my garage, in my house, and invite everybody over." And then we contemplated, well, maybe we should just go rent a venue out and go one of the regular venues around here and just tell people we're going to have a music video shoot. He said, oh, fuck that. Let's do it in my garage, man. And
yeah.
He said, okay, well, we did it. It turned out. And what's funny, you know, usually when you do music videos, you're like lip syncing to the music to make sure it's in time. That shit, everybody was fucking drunk, and we just played live. It was like we played a 5-song live show, and everything was live. There was no, like, some of the shit's not synced up right, but it doesn't matter. And it turned out well. Very raw.
Yeah, that's still a charm, man. I love shit like that. Like a garage recording sort of thing. And literally in this case.
Yeah, absolutely. It's this fucking dinging ass shit. Let me turn this crap off. Sorry about that.
No, you're all right.
Anyway,
Light
you
up
play
those
drums
kind
too,
eyes.
man. Are you a session drummer, or do you play in a band? I know you've talked about it before.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very casual drummer, so I only kind of started learning a few years ago, and I just play in like a cover band, local cover band with my dad.
Okay.
So it's nothing like it's nothing major. My dad plays bass, so we just mess around with it. I would love to do some kind of session stuff and get more into the metal realm, because I'm more into like the rock punk type stuff when I'm just playing when I'm playing myself. But yeah, it's something. I've got several different hobbies and then work on top of that. Like it's picking your battles and choosing. I'm sure you very well know what that's like.
I know.
Yeah,
that's well said. Picking your battles.
Yeah, exactly. It's but I enjoy it, man. And
that's cool.
I like talking
cool.
about
You play
drums.
with your dad too. That's cool that you play with your dad.
It keeps him happy. He actually got me lessons because he was dying just to kind of play in a band with me, so that was pretty fucking cool. But it's nothing serious.
It's okay, man. That's still really cool.
Yeah, drums, to be honest, is one of the main things that kind of got me into metal specifically. But I've always just loved drum tracks, even in things like hip hop.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's really what kind of drew me into music in general. So, yeah, it's cool to be able to at least have an opinion on drums that's a little more well educated. That's kind of what I've gotten out of it.
Right. Yeah. The main thing, as long as you're having a good time, and because that's the main thing. It's not like we have band practice. We're not like, oh my God, man, do this and make these numbers. No, we band practice. We meet up. We practice once a week. Meet up. We're talking a bunch of shit. Half of it's band practice. Half it's just hanging out and having a drink or coffee and talking shit and having a good time. And that's what it should be about, not anything else.
Yeah, 100%, man. On that, actually, I was going to ask about like your live shows so far. Bit of a cliche question, I know, but your live shows seem fucking insane, and you've even managed to kind of capture something unique in that. I feel like it looks to me. I'm not very well versed in hardcore, just a caveat, but it has a hardcore feel to me. Like you're jumping around on stage, very energetic. It's like the opposite to what kind of black metal normally is, where it's a guy stood in a cape, corpse paint that he's going to have to wash off in the toilet shortly. It's like the total opposite of that.
I mean, also that's not something like, hey, that's just who I am. I feel like I don't want to say a high-strung person, but I'm not a stand-around, boring kind of person. I like to, and again, it's not anything forced. That's just how it is, and I can't imagine playing a show and just standing there. And again, don't get me wrong. You see a black metal band with a guy with a fucking corpse paint on a cape, on a hood, just standing there. That's cool. There's a lot of bands I do like that, and there's nothing wrong with
that shit.
Yeah, but that's just not me, and everybody in the band too. I can say that about everybody in the band. We all have very similar tastes. Everybody likes black metal. Everybody likes hardcore. A lot of people like a lot of post-punk and shit like that. So it's just kind of a amalgamation, and it's never where we'll come up with a song that sounds more hardcore and one guy's crying. Oh man, that doesn't sound like Satanic War Master, or some shit like that. It's just like, hey, it sounds good. If it's a good song, it's a good song. If it sounds like grindcore, it sounds like Heresy or some fucking British hardcore shit like Discharge.
Yeah,
whatever, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I like that. So I don't know if it's actually blurred out on the camera, but your collection is in the background there. I was going to ask a little bit about your kind of collecting habits as well, because obviously that's what I do over here. Absolute scumbag with a lot of records over here.
Yes.
I was going to ask you, like, how often are you like buying records now? Because I know you're older than me, at least, or you could be 15 years old under that mask. I don't know, but yeah, like
16.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I wondered like how often you were like buying new records still, or you're more like getting rid of stuff to like replace, or like what's your deal?
Good question. Past, I used to buy a shitload of stuff, man, but it just got to be where it's just too much. And actually, a while back, I sold a lot of shit, a lot of it. I mean, there's essentials like there, for example, all my original cassettes from when I was a teenager, like all the early '90s death metal shit. I keep that, but a lot of stuff I've sold just because it's just this room is just was getting. I don't contrary to what you see, I'm not a hoarder kind of person. When there's too much
Yeah,
shit piled up, I start fucking panicking, man, and freaking out. So I got rid of a lot of shit, but I still got a ton of it. As far as buying it, it's not as much as I used to because I just don't have the room. So when I buy stuff, there's certain things like, is this like there's a new vinyl coming out? Okay, it's a great album, but is that anything cool? Is there a cool booklet? Is there a cool
yeah,
packaging? Something like that. Usually, like if a deicide or something comes out, I usually don't buy that kind of stuff because you can get it online, stream it. I know that's fucking pussy shit, but like an underground band, I want to buy their shit. Like
yeah.
a band we just played with up in New York, this band called Flesh Mass.
Okay.
Man, fucking love that band. They were young guys. They were all spiked up and shit, and they sound like Blasphemy's third album that never got released, and it's so
Yeah.
fucking good, man. And see, bands like that, I want to buy shit from bands like that. But I know I'm getting long winded. I'm all fucking hyped up, man. But when it comes
You're
to
all good.
buying records, I could go online and buy whatever I want, but I still like to go to the record store, and just go by myself and just go store to store and take my time and look through shit. It's very therapeutic, man. And or like around here, I'm from Houston, Texas, and there's a lot of a
Yep.
pretty good. Well, I mean, probably about 4 or 5 good record stores here. I go to those, and then up in Austin, there's some good ones up there too. Of course, Nuclear War Now.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go in there and just and the thing about Nuclear War Now, every time I go up there, I know people up there and they'll take me there, and then everybody gets all fucked up, and I go in there drunk, and Yusuke's probably, I think he's only seen me in there sober one time.
Yeah.
But it's just a good time, You go hang out and buy records, and they go to they're like over there by Nuclear War Now. They're kind of outside of Austin,
Right.
and you go to their place, and they go around the corner. There's like a little bar kind of deal right there. And it's a tradition. We drink before we go in there, go to the record store, and then go and finish it off at the little bar around the corner. And
Yeah.
Yusuke, he's probably good. This drunk fucker comes in and spends $500. Come on in.
I was about to say dangerous drinking beforehand. I'd have zero money
Oh
left.
man, it's like I love buying records, man, but it's also too, it comes down to the fact of got a lot. Kind of go back what you said, pick your battles. I have a lot of shit going on all the time, and I don't have as much time as I used to just sit at home and listen to a record.
That
And I
was going
still
to be my
do,
next
but
question. Yeah.
yeah, it's just, I mean, I listen to a lot of shit. I know this, yeah, fucking poser, you don't listen to records at home. I do, but a majority of it is on in my car. That's just what it is. And when I have downtime, it's just, sometimes I don't want to do shit. I want to just zone out and watch a movie or something. Yeah, you could do that with a record too, but
Yeah. Again, I was going to ask about films actually, because I like horror films. But I would rather stick a record on if I'm going to do that. Like, I feel guilty buying all this stuff and then not putting it on,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
no,
So
totally makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, so a lot of films I kind of go by. I was going to actually ask you like how you find the time to sit and listen to records and do the kind of the film watching that you do, because you're clearly so like knowledgeable on that stuff as well. I was going to ask as well on top of that, could you give me like 5 recommendations of horror films for me, who is like a relative novice, that I probably wouldn't have seen in the horror realm?
Um, She's speaking, just talking about horror movies in general. I don't, a lot of times I don't have time to sit down and watch a whole movie. If I watch
Hmm.
one, I'll watch 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there. But actually, last night, I actually sit down and watched a full movie, and I watched that Backrooms movie, the one
I was going
everybody's,
to ask about that actually. Yeah, yeah.
and I mean, I don't know what the general consensus is that people think, oh, it's just fucking popular bullshit. But I like that stuff even before the movie came out. That part, Pixel, whatever the fuck his name is, his YouTube channel. I like that shit. I thought it was such of a unique approach. And if you think about that, if you really, as they call, was it called? I can't think of the term when you transfer over to the back rooms, clip, no clip, whatever the fuck it's called. Imagine if you really got put in that. That's pretty fucking scary, man. I mean, seeing all that shit. But the movie, I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't, I said it was rated R, but it wasn't all that gory. I think it was more rated R because of more cussing on. Motherfucker was cussing on there a lot, but there really wasn't a lot of gory shit. But I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one as well. Did you catch that one in the cinema or not? Or did you catch it at home?
Oh, I watched it at home. I paid for it to watch it at home because I don't know. And actually, the last time I went to the theater, I went and seen that Nosferatu remake.
Oh,
Roger Eggers. And I like that too. I liked him as a director. Now, I only watched it in person, so I need to rewatch it because sometimes I'll go watch a movie and think, man, it was great. And then I watch it again like, it's fucking trash. But when we went and seen it, I went with a bunch of the guys actually in the band, and we went to one of those theaters where you could eat there too. So they had a bar there. So we were drinking before, so we were already feeling good and got in there. And, you start drinking, man, this is fucking bad. This is great, man. And I liked it, but I need to rewatch it again. But I remember it being a lot of really cool atmospheric stuff to it. And I've always liked Nosferatu. Even the one before that, they made the 1979 one with Klaus Kinski, which I really love. And then the original one with Max Schreck, the silent ones. It's just a cool. And plus, I like his look, that bald head with the ears. And it's just, you see that, that's a Nosferatu looking motherfucker right there.
Yeah, it's slightly darker, I feel like, than Dracula. It's just, it's exactly what I wanted from Dracula kind of thing. Yes. Yeah, I'm pleased you mentioned Backrooms. I enjoyed that one as well. It got me thinking because I thought the ending was quite odd. I'll try not to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but it was quite ambiguous as well. I quite like a film like that.
I liked it like that because sometimes these days movies are made where it's just they make it for idiots because nobody pays attention. And this is actually documented where they make movies where people can still fuck with their phones and still know what's going on, where they verbally tell you everything that's happening versus the more, I hate to use this word, intellectual, more cerebral movies where you got to actually pay attention, like Space Odyssey 2001. That's one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. And you got to pay attention to that. You can't be fucking with your phone. And it's a lot of dumb shit, but there are some movies, new ones that come out that I really like. And a director I really like is Panos Cosmatos. He made Beyond the Black Rainbow and Mandy.
Okay.
And he did something else, but those two movies are like some of the best, to me, new horror movies. And it's not all out crazy shit because some people want fast action all the time. And Beyond the Black Rainbow is not that. You're just sitting there on it's more atmospheric than anything. Yeah.
It's disappointing, but not surprising to hear that about the like making films for people with short attention spans.
Oh, it's fucking stupid, man. It that's why I like 70s movies, man, like Deer Hunter or Taxi Driver. But great
films.
Oh man, excellent stuff.
Yeah,
but
classics.
Back to your other question, you said ask about 5 movies.
Sorry, I threw like 6 questions at you at once there, but
it's okay. These are good. I like these. See, this is the kind of shit right here. Why I like doing these, because if 5 people watch this, I don't give a fuck because I'm enjoying this conversation. So I enjoy this kind of shit, man. Because it's good topic. But 5 movies Beyond the Black Rainbow. I mean, it's a very slow going movie, and my tastes have changed because in the past I used to like a lot of really gory shit, like Italian stuff, like Cannibal Holocaust, and Cannibal Ferox, stuff like that. I still do like that, but these days I like more, I don't want to say slow, more atmospheric movies, and that's what catches my attention because I've seen so much hacked up shit and 80s slashers and stuff where it's I don't know. That's almost like that old motherfucker says, I'm already desensitized to everything.
Yeah. Have you seen the Terrifier films?
Yeah, actually, I do like
Did
those.
you enjoy those? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The
I
first one
enjoyed those as well.
especially.
It's got a gritty feel about that one, yeah.
Oh man, the first one, the other ones are good, but it's like they're trying to just amp it up more and more, which I get, and I still liked it. But the first one was more creepy, and plus, I like that bitch on there that got sawed in half.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything quite like that. That was unexpected. There wasn't anything before that that suggested it was going there.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But as far as five, man, my all-time favorite on the channel I've talked about is Return of the Living Dead. I mean, that's one of my all-time favorites because it was so influential. Because I think it's such a perfect movie because it's got a good soundtrack, which has got me into punk and shit back then. But they considered it a comedy, but it's still played as a serious tone. There's like funny shit happening, but it's still serious tone. That's why kind of the approach I do with this channel is, put some funny shit in there, but I don't want to be over the top goofy stuff, which I in the past, there has been some goofy shit on here, but in general, I like to put funny stuff in there, but not where it's just a complete slapstick. And that's why I like Return of the Living Dead.
I was about to mention your hand puppet there.
Actually, that motherfucker's dead. I've got his corpse right here. He may get reanimated. He may get reanimated sometime. But you know what? People like that shit, man.
Yeah, it is quite nice to have a prop. Like, I don't think I could get away with it myself, but it's entertaining when you do it. Like,
you know what's funny about this shit? It's wait, I can't give my secrets away. But this fucking thing here, you see, it's got a leather jacket on it.
I was just admiring the chain across him there.
And this fucking puppet had that, and then in the studio, I have no idea why, but we had this Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes, this stuffed animal with a leather jacket on it. I've had it since like 1994. Why do I still have it? I have no idea. But I was looking, I was like, hey, wait, this jacket comes off. Let me put it on the fucking pocket.
Perfect fit. Would you look at that?
No, it is ridiculous. But yeah, people are always asking, where's that blue fucker at? So maybe he needs to make a comeback here in a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. CPR.
I don't think I'm going to be on stage, though, doing some ventriloquist act, though.
Yeah, do some sort of halftime show. I think that'll go down well.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, go on.
Sorry. I was just going to ask, along with the Backrooms, if you'd seen Obsession as well. Another one that got loads of hype.
No, I have not, but that director, that guy's getting a lot of hype, so I probably need to watch that. I think he's directing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake for that A24 studio.
Okay.
I don't know what to think about that, man. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a perfect movie. It doesn't need to be remade. However, with that studio, I'll be curious to see it. I'm not expecting much out of it, but I'm still curious to see what they come up with it,
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that last Texas Chainsaw, but is this one going to be like a full remake of the first one?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're going to do. It's just like something like that. You cannot redo that. There's just certain movies you can't. That's a lightning in a bottle. You're not going to reproduce. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And actually that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake they did a while back with Jessica Biel and Arlie Ermy. Now that movie, when I first saw it, I was like, man, this is really good. And then since rewatching it, it's not. It hasn't held up as good. I still think it's okay, but it doesn't hold up as much as when I first saw it.
Yeah, might be another one of those like cinema experience type things where they.
Yeah, and also like the Hills Have Eyes remake, the first one. I saw it at the theater and I really, really liked it. And then I rewatch it and it's like, it's okay. But the first one to me is the best. But that could also be just because I saw the first one as a kid, so that movie always has a certain um, nostalgia to me about it. You know, if somebody else saw the remake first and then saw the original, they probably think, "Oh, the original, that's fucking bullshit. It's
Yeah,
boring." But for me, I fucking love that first one.
yeah. You keep segueing beautifully into some of my other kind of thoughts
Oh,
that I
sorry.
had going into. No, no, it's spot on. I was just gonna kind of talk about like horror films and especially like the early horror films, how like in my opinion it's better to see them when you're almost too young
Yeah.
to watch them. So as you're saying, the originals seem nowhere near as kind of polished nor good if you see them kind of later on after remakes. But things like
Mhm.
The Exorcist to me, I saw that way too young, and watching that back now, I still get creeped out in the same sort of way. But I've shown that to like my siblings and stuff, and they've been like, "What? That was it?" Like expecting some, I don't know, terrifier type shit. It's
That's a very good point, man, because I saw Exorcist too when I was definitely, I was probably 6 or 7, something like that. I should not have seen that. And to this day, it still creeps me out. No other movie does that to me. There's other movies I used to be scared of, and I watch it now, I'm like, that ain't shit. But that movie, it still strikes a certain nerve when I watch it, man. So, but I could see why some person, a 20-year-old now, if they watch that, like, oh, this shit's not even scary. But to me, I think it still is. It still strikes a certain nerve for me.
Yeah, same here. I haven't actually seen the second one, but definitely that's the case for the first one. Like, I've heard very good things about the third one as well for some reason. That's
Third one
not
is
normally.
great,
Yeah, I've
man.
heard excellent things
One is
about that.
Second one was a complete missed opportunity. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. That guy was on drugs or something when he made that shit. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah,
it had Linda Blair back on there, and
yeah,
but it was just it was a little too much out there, man. James Earl Jones was on there. I think Richard Burton. I mean, they had a good cast, but it was just like I don't know what the fuck, man.
yeah.
But part three, man, part three, George C. Scott. Yeah.
I've heard brilliant things. Yeah. Speaking of sequels as well, how do you find Psycho 2? Have you ever seen that?
Yes, that's a good.
That,
You know what? That's a pretty good sequel. You know
yeah,
what's interesting about that though? It makes Anthony Perkins more like he's the sympathetic, like you're more on his side.
yeah, yeah. He's almost being
Like
bullied at the start and stuff. Yeah. I thought that was a
that
super
fucking asshole,
interesting.
that Dennis Franz, fucking
Yeah,
fat fuck that's on there, man.
yeah. I thought they did a really good job, but then, yeah, I did feel a bit weird feeling bad for the guy.
Yeah, that's good,
But yeah,
man. I like the Psycho movies. The first one though, man, that is a great fucking film too, man.
yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah, I love the first one, but I feel like the second one's totally overlooked for some reason. I think
Yeah,
just because it sounds like it shouldn't be great, uh, and not the same charm because it's in color, right? Um, it's a
that
totally
too.
different
That
film.
kind of takes away a little bit, but it's still the second one's pretty damn good. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. I'm just going to kind of jump back to music here. Um, I just wondered, kind of in your collection, because when you're talking sometimes, and especially like when you were just talking to the camera, you'll come out with these really random like pop rock references and stuff like that. And you seem to have a very like open mind and quite a wide, diverse palette. I wondered kind of what your collection ratio was from like metal to kind of more popular stuff.
Yeah, there's been people that have come over here and looked and like, the fuck do you have this shit for? And they're like,
Yeah,
oh man, this is badass, but why the fuck do you have this? I mean, the thing is, I hardcore and metal. That's my thing. That's my favorite, but I like to switch it up too. I'll listen to a lot of '80s. God damn, I listen to a lot of '80s rock from when I was younger. I like the Police and Duran Duran and
yeah,
shit like that, and Robert Palmer. That's like one of my talk about not listening to records, but one thing I do from time to time is just go in my living room, get a drink, and just start getting a buzz and just start watching 80s videos. And it's always got to be starting off with Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love, with those bitches playing in the band in the music video. And then it just goes from there, watching all that. But back to your question, though, I like all kinds of stuff, man. If you look here, I'll have some old 70s country. And when it comes to country, though, I can't listen to that new shit. That's fucking complete garbage. But older stuff, and I have a lot of soundtracks. I like to buy scores from movies and everything from also regular traditional heavy metal to hair metal to black metal and grindcore. It's just, I've never been like, oh man, I can't listen to that shit. And I remember before I talked about stuff like Mudhoney and Nirvana, and people were like, you this fucking pussy shit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard Nirvana many years ago, Bleach was a fucking heavy record. And then that other shit came out, and I was like, man, this is crap. And I hated that people would listen to it. But then as I got older, I went back and revisited it. I was like, man, it's pretty good stuff. It's not like my favorite, but I like to go in these rabbit holes of going back and checking out music, you know, whether it's old grunge or old Motown or something. And like, for example, I don't like rap at all. It sounds like crap to me. However, I watched a really cool documentary about the origins of rap and shit, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's not because, you know, you don't have to. I just like music in general and hearing how people get things started, and then the whole New York thing, if you're familiar with how rap got started during the blackout and they broke in and stole all those mixing boards, whatever the fuck. It's just interesting shit to me, and that's why I can't ever tell somebody, oh, you listen to this pussy shit, or like somebody comes to me and they like, yeah, man, I like a lot of new metal stuff, and I hate that shit, but I'm not gonna sit there and tell somebody, man, you're a fucking pussy for listening to that. Like, hey, if you like it, enjoy it. I don't want to hear it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think with things like rap and actually grunge, to be fair, it's quite a good example too. And the fans of it, I love to hear people like enthusing about things. So even if I have no idea about the actual topic or the genre or whatever it is, it's really cool to kind of see how things like rap started and what the whole culture is, because it's totally alien to me.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic, you know, and usually any kind of music documentaries. Actually, I fucking watched a while back. I watched a documentary about Wham, George Michael, and all that shit. That's definitely not something I listen to. However, I do love Christmas music, and I like Wham's Christmas music.
Interesting. Shall I cut that bit out when I upload this?
You would hear some real pussy shit right here. See, I don't care. This tells me I'll go put on a fucking blasphemy record, but then this is a true story. I remember I told this to somebody before. They said, I would never repeat that to anybody. See, I don't care. I don't really give a fuck what people think. Paint this picture here. It's December. It was a few years back. I'm getting ready for work, and I put on one of those Lifetime Christmas movies. I'm sitting there watching it. I'm about to get ready to go to work. I'm like, man, this is before you had streaming. So you had to, it was either on right there or you just don't see it. And I'm watching that shit. It was a Christmas movie. I was so sucked in. I picked up my phone. Oh, hey, I'm not coming in. I'm sick. Hey, Owen, what
Can I ask what Christmas film it was?
It was, actually, I can't remember. I think there was some shit with Henry Winkler on it. I always watch all those fucking bullshit. You know, when you got these old stars that are on, you know, movies, Tony Danza and shit, where they're on these Christmas movies. And I don't know. I'm a sucker for that shit, man.
Yeah, they take the paycheck.
No, it's not true cult, man.
Quite the opposite, I would say, but I respect it.
I love Christmas music.
I can't say I'm a Christmas music fan. Like, unless we're talking King Diamond's No Presents. I do like the Christmas film though.
Well, there'd be like during December, I'll have that shit playing in the car. People get in the car. What in the turn this shit off? And I said, nah, man. I fucking listen to Nat King Cole Christmas album or Elvis Presley Christmas album or Earl Ives or whatever the fuck, man.
You switching it off, pretending it's the radio.
Yeah, it's not me, man. But then again, I got a Santa Claus back patch on this jacket, though.
You're missing the beard.
Yeah. You know what? We may even do a Christmas album this year. I don't know.
Fuck yeah, I'll be all over that, man. Yeah, fucking cool. So yeah, I wanted to ask, on top of like record collecting and just music taste in general, I'm just curious about your music taste, to be honest, because you talk about so much and you're so knowledgeable on it all. Not to kiss ass, but like, because I just turned 30 yesterday, so I'm still quite young. I
Happy
just
belated
wondered,
birthday.
appreciate that, man. Thank you. I don't look a day over 40. Um, but yeah, I was
You're a
going to ask
young
about
bloke.
like, hey, that was pretty good. Um, yeah, I was going to ask about like tape trading and stuff like that, because music to me, even like I grew up with streaming and stuff, obviously, and things are completely overwhelming. Like now, finding new music, listening to new music, it's tough to kind of find all the time to listen to everything, especially new bands coming out. It's a bit easier to kind of go backwards, I suppose. But
Yeah.
you were kind of around during the tape trading days, and I spoke about this on a video the other day, and like looking at these, like for example, I've got the Grave demos here.
Ah, yes.
Like looking at the inserts on there, and they've got like the J cards from the cassettes and stuff like that. It just makes me want to talk to guys like you about tape trading and kind of relive that, if you will, vicariously. Like Ken from Ken's Death Metal Crypt, he did a lot of that sort of stuff as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of ask you about that, and like, was it easier to kind of digest music during all that time, and was it less overwhelming, or?
It was definitely easier because you ordered a demo, you get that, and like, I'm not flooded with all this shit to stream. So I'm like, I'm going to listen to that demo for 2 weeks straight,
Yeah.
and you order a demo and then you get another little ad. Actually, you know what? Well, I got visual aid.
Yeah,
Hold
man.
on a second. Strangely enough, I have shit. I got a whole closet full of crap, but back then, I've talked about this shit before, but you would order demos and you would get all this other shit in the mail.
Yeah.
And you would get a bunch of stuff like this,
Cool.
different bands. Which actually, you know what? This is interesting too, right here. This is actually, I randomly pulled this out. If you look, if I can get this shit where it's not, it says Gore Mordant on there.
Oh shit,
This
yeah.
is this is an old compilation that the artist Mark Riddick, who's done a bunch of death metal, he put this compilation out. And I got this back then and learned a lot of bands, Killing Addiction, Embalmer Cyanide on here. And that's what I used that as a kind of a tribute while we used Mordant in the band name, because it's kind of a full circle, because this is where I started learning. Because I got this, I was already into the stuff on Combat Records, Earache, and stuff like that. But this is when I started getting more underground, and you start trading, and then all these bands will send you these little ads, different demos and zines, like right here, Phantasm. That's a great fucking death metal band that I thought was going to be huge, and they didn't take off. I don't know why, but they had such catchy hooks. But yeah, I still got a bunch of this shit. I said I wasn't a hoarder, but
hey, that stuff's worth
cool,
hoarding, if you ask me, man.
But yeah, that's how it was. You would order a demo, then they would you get a whole bunch of other little ads in there for other demos. You'd send them money, and then when I would send them money, I'd put other zine little cutouts to other people and just keep spreading it around. And shit, that's how I fucking learned about Burzum. I got some shit like that. And I was like, who the fuck is this? Or Archgoat, or Goat, as they call it.
Yeah.
So I learned about all those bands just from getting a little ad, and like, oh, this is interesting. And so it was different back then. But still remember, though, when they like, there was when CD stores would open, there was what's called Blockbuster Music was here, and it was the first place that you could actually go in there, and they had listening stations. You grab CDs and go listen to them up there.
Yeah,
that was unheard of back then. Like, oh fuck, that's my whole Friday right there. Just go sit in there and listen to music all night and buy a couple. Now you just get on your fucking phone and listen to it. But back then, that was a big deal, man.
Yeah, that shit sounds so cool. Like even now, if I see like a communal record player in a record shop where you can just go and listen to whatever, like I'm like, that's an amazing idea. But like to hear that it was so normal back then, and on you kind of hoarding stuff, I always keep all of these like shitty flyers that you get.
Yeah.
Like, Nuclear War now sends about 25 of the damn things with every record, and my room is fucking full of them. So yeah, I can fully
It is
relate
cool to look
that.
back on that stuff, though. You know, and a lot of times I wish I would have kept a flyer from every show I went to, because I have a lot of old flyers from way back then. But in the 2000s and shit, I didn't save a bunch of flyers. I wish that I would have, because after you go to so many fucking shows, you start forgetting. People like, hey man, remember we saw so and so? I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah,
Forget.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, it would be tough to keep that many, because I assume you. Well, I don't know if you go to shows much now, but I assume
I
you've been
still
to a
do.
ton.
Yeah. I don't go as much as I used to, but I still go, whether it's if it's us playing or go check out other people, because there's a lot of really good local bands around here. I mean, the death metal and grindcore scene here is very big. Black metal scene, as far as band wise, there's not as much, but there's a lot of people. It's interesting though. I don't know if it's just in the water here, but usually I can go talk to some random guy at a show, and they'll like Suitor, and they'll like Circle Jerks too. You know, they're like Agnostic Front and Deicide. It's just kind of normal around here. You know, it's not like the people, I only listen to fucking Evil, Mutilation, and, you know, French black metal, and that's it. It's most people around here are pretty into different things, hardcore and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's quite common, because I hear about like what was once a segregation between like death and black metal, but you don't really get that now. You've got black thrash and death all like on one patch jacket sort of thing. But yeah, like punk and all that seeps into it very much as well by the looks of it, or hardcore at least.
I know, you know, it's funny you mentioned that, because I've always been one to go to. I'll go see MDC one weekend, then go see Cannibal Corpse the next. Back then, I always go to that, but then I always go to all that shit. Then I would see some guy, a punk guy, like when I saw Cannibal Corpse. It was on the Tomb of the Mutilated tour or some shit like that, and some of the random punk guys showed up, and they were in the pit doing this circle pit shit. I was like, said, what are you doing here? You don't even like this shit. Oh no, man, I just came to get in the pit. So you would randomly, it was weird back then, but now you see some guy with a fucking mohawk come to, you know, a Watain show. It's not even that, it's not weird. It's just normal.
Yeah, that happens a lot around here as well. You see the like hardcore two-stepping at a death metal show or whatever. And I mean, I still think it is a little weird to see that, but it seems accepted and just perfectly normal, which is, I guess it's cool.
That stuff's good, but one thing that I fucking hate is that damn karate school shit where they're swinging and hitting people in the crowd.
Yeah, man.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, I can't remember what show it was, but just recently I was at a midweek show, so it was a Wednesday night or whatever. This dude must have been going to work the next day, and he was hit. He must have been hit with an elbow or something. He must have shattered his orbital. His eye was out here. I was like, dude, you've got to go to work tomorrow, and come on, what was the point in that? The crowd's not going that nuts. It's just like a couple of guys swinging fists around. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that shit. I mean, yeah, like even the old days. These days, I'm not interested in getting into fights. I don't want to. I mean, if I have to, I will fight somebody, but I don't want to. You know, I'm not interested in that. But the old days, I go to a show and get into a fight, and you know, a bunch of friends, you fight, a bunch of guys fall all over the place, and then you go to the next show, you see the same guys you fought, and nobody says shit. It's just like, oh, you know, nobody's trying to go get a gun and try to kill me or vice versa. It's just like, whatever, got into a fight, no problem, man. Or even like that shit where they're doing that crap and hitting people. As far as I'm concerned, you come to the edge of the crowd and start hitting people in the crowd, get your open target. Because they do that to me, I start hitting them in the face too. And then they get, well, you hit me. I go, bitch, you start fucking swinging on me, so what the fuck you think? Like, it was, I'm not gonna lie, I've done fucked up shit where I go to those shows and I see guys dancing like that.
Yeah.
And I purposely just get on the edge of the pit, just hoping they would hit me and then just fucking plant their ass in the ground. And again, I don't agree with just doing that at a show, trying to hurt somebody. But when somebody's acting like a fucking asshole, yeah, they need to be fucking sorted with, man, put in their fucking place, because that's bullshit.
That's the thing. It makes a point, and not clearly the people on the edge of whatever pit it is aren't interested in that. But you get guys like throwing kicks into that kind of edge bit. It's like, come on, man, what are we doing?
That's dumb, man. I don't, and like, you know, example, trying to go piggyback when you mentioned earlier about like our shows being rowdy. Yeah, they do get rowdy, and then something about running the crowd and start plowing through people.
Yeah,
but I'm selective. I make sure I hit the people that are dancing. I'm not going to run, and then there's some little girl on the edge of the pit and fucking elbow her in the face. You know, it's just everybody's there to have a good time. This sounds fucking pussy shit. Yeah, we're all here to get along, you know, but in reality, at a show like that, that's the last place I want to get into a fight at, because that's kind of like your people, you know?
Exactly, yeah. Totally agree.
You know what? Delete all that. I sound too nice. Fuck that shit.
You said it with those kind eyes as well.
Yeah, I know. That's what it is, man.
You need to give me some crazy eyes while you're saying that shit. Counteract it. So yeah, speaking of pussy shit, where the fuck's Drusifer gone? I assumed you were kind of keeping in touch with him because you were doing some new music with him, I thought.
Yeah, we did that war metal project, that Clawhammer Coven, which turned out pretty good. But yeah, his band Infuriator has a new album coming out, which I've heard the tracks already. It's fucking really good, really good. Cool. It's kind of like D-beat mixed with war metal. I mean, and his vocals are deep on there.
Yeah.
So they're going to be releasing that soon, and I'm sure once it comes out, I'll talk about it. But his channel got taken down just because he talked about some scary stuff on there, some scary bands, and you know, and the thing about it, the bands he talked about, some of them were the scary stuff, but he wasn't like saying, "Hey, I believe this." They were just talking about music, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I think if it's good music, it's good music. I don't know. That's fucking stupid to me, but whatever. But yeah, he's still active, man. He's still winning shows and shit, and they have a new record coming out. It's gonna be good.
Good to hear. Infuriator, were they on that Fomorian compilation?
I think so.
Yeah. I enjoyed that entire fucking thing, to be honest. There wasn't a band on there I didn't enjoy. I didn't realize that was Drusifer's band, though, so that's fucking cool. I'll keep my ears peeled for that. I was literally just going to ask about, like, were you going to collaborate anymore, or because he kind of disappeared, so I don't hear much from him anymore. I mean,
as far as doing that Climber Coven, the first EP, we did that when it went really well. It sold out. So we'll probably do another one. It's just right now, I know he's got their stuff going on, and with us, we got a bunch of shit going on, because I don't want to take on too much, you know, and make sure I can put the right time into it and put something out good. But yeah, we'll do something else in the future.
Sounds good. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that as well. I'm sure you'll mention it if you are going to do that. I was just going to speak a little bit. I don't know how long we've been going, by the way. I don't want to keep you all night.
It's okay.
But I was just going to talk to you a bit about the shows that are coming up. Anything you want to kind of promote, I guess, if you want to call it that. What have you got going on? I know you've got Dead by Dog coming up. Yeah,
we had just did a 5-date little mini tour up northeast, a couple of shows in New York, New Jersey, Maryland, and Massachusetts, and those are good shows, man. You see, and that's another thing. I met all kinds of people that I talk to online all the time, meet them in person. Shows are good. They were nice and rowdy, and it was with Lord Humongous too, which it was just a good fucking tour. And also, it was us, Lord Humongous, and two New Jersey black metal bands, Sin, SYN, and Jersey Devil. Both of those are really, really good black metal bands. That was really good. And it's funny, we were supposed to be promoting the split with Lord Humongous, and the shit sold out, so we had nothing, none of them to sell at the shows.
I fucking missed out on that as well. Are you just going to do another run of that by any chance?
We are. We did some CDs, and actually, I have a couple of shows. Depending on by the time you post this up, this will be old news. But we're playing 2 Texas shows this weekend with this San Antonio black metal band called Fluxus Mortis, which is another band which you should check out. They're all corpse painted out, man. Great black metal. But then after that, we got the Homeboy Fest, the Dead by Dog, which should be a good time. And they're having the Hell's Headbangers Warehouse open house that Friday, so I'm looking forward to going there because it's kind of like a pilgrimage for me because I've been buying shit from them since years ago. So to actually go there will be a pretty cool thing.
Will it be your first time going to the warehouse?
Yes, yeah. I'm
pretty jealous.
It's cool. I'm looking forward to it. We played up in Cleveland or Columbus, Ohio a few years back, and I wanted to go to that warehouse. We just didn't have the time. So this time I made sure we're flying in a few days early so we can make sure we attend that and waste a bunch of money.
I was going to say get wasted and then waste a bunch of money.
I'm sure they'll love to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've heard that spiel about the tickets, the link being in the description box so much from that guy. I could probably give the whole spiel. But yeah, some fucking great bands on there. I've written them all down here just so I didn't forget any of them. But Eat the Decay, they're a fellow Texas band?
Yes, great band.
Yeah.
Great band.
And Hexea, are they also Texas as well?
Yeah.
Texas representing.
Yeah, it's got they have some members of ETD in that, but they're like ETD is from Houston where we're at. Hexia is they're more southern Texas, close to Harlingen. But it's still we're having a Texas takeover at Homeboy Fest.
Hell yeah, man. Sounds fucking good. If it was closer, I'd be there, of course. But on that topic, I know you have a lot going on. I don't know if you're like in the studio as well shortly or what. But yeah, like European shows, is that like in the current pipeline, or are you just kind of seeing how it goes locally or locally-ish? I mean,
we've been playing a lot around U.S., but yeah, eventually down the road, I think the time needs to be right for it because I want to circulate the name more and more. So if we do play, at least some people will like know who that is, kind of. I mean, I don't expect going and doing some big national tour and thousands of people showing up, but we go and play some small shows and people at least know. So I would like to get that spread a little bit more, maybe get a European license or stuff to get the stuff pressed over there because the postage is so fucking high because people order shit from us and they got to pay like a $25 postage fee. That's absurd.
Yeah.
Absurd.
I feel like it's quite unfair on bands like Mordant Rhed to take the flack for the high postage costs as well. I feel like lots of bands on there.
I know people were coming, man, I can't pay that. Well, motherfucker, it's not my fault. I would, I would do it as cheap as possible, but, it's what it is.
Move the fucking country closer or come over here.
Yeah, no shit. Get some fucking plate tectonics moving that shit close.
Exactly. Yeah, goddamn right. So I'll just kind of go into one more thing. I'll not keep you too much longer. How do you feel about this new band, Left to Die? Or I don't think they are particularly new, but it is Matt Harvey out of Gruesome and Exhumed. I don't know if you're familiar with this at all. Yeah, but they're playing the death demos and they're like selling the album. How do you feel about all this? I just wanted to kind of.
I think it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. I know some people. I've heard a lot of people throwing a fit. Man, fuck that. They shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But you know what's nice about it? You don't have to buy it, and you don't have to go to the show. And people crying about shit like that. That's I've learned, and one thing I've learned in my years is don't worry about what other people are doing. I mean, if they're doing something to me personally, then I get pissed off and fuck them up. But if it's just, somebody else doing something you don't like, don't watch it. Like they're making these new Evil Dead movies. I see people throwing a fit. Yeah, they're fucking ruining the legacy. As long as you still have those original DVDs, that's all you need. Just don't go watch the shit.
Yeah, fair enough. I enjoyed that new Evil Dead, by the way. Good fun.
I know I need to see it. I have not seen it yet. I will check it out. But back about that Left 4 Dead,
Oh yeah,
if they come, I would go check it out, but I wouldn't go out of my way. It's not something like, oh my god, see. But hey, more power to them, man. And but then again, I've never been really surprised. I've never been a really big death fan. I like Scream Bloody Gore and Leprosy, but after that, spiritual healing, it's all right. I liked Human, ironically, but it's just there's other bands I like way better. Yeah. So now change the context around. Say if they had a cover band where it's a bunch of random guys. This is kind of covering the video I did recently where Martin Van Drunen from Asphyx was fronting a cover band doing Pestilence songs. Fuck yeah, I'm going to that.
Yeah,
that I'm going to that. Even though it's something only one guy give a shit, I'm going to go to that. So people that are diehard Death fans, I mean, Chuck Schuldner's dead, so you're not going to see it, and this is the closest thing you're going to get. And actually, I listened to that shit with Matt Harvey on there. He replicates the Death vocals pretty good. I mean, so if you're a big Death fan, hey, man, check it out. If not, don't buy it.
Yeah, I was definitely one of the guys pissing and whining in my in my video. I must have woken up in a bad mood that day. But when you put it like that, actually, I'd totally be going to watch a Pestilence show with Martin Van Drunen as well. So you actually make a strong point there.
Yeah, it's just, and again, I just don't worry about stuff like that because in one point, people that are complaining, oh, this is not even a fucking real band. And I get where people are saying about that, but I just got other things to worry about.
Yeah, that's fair.
That shit,
Yeah, so do I, but I like to whinge. What can I say?
Yeah.
But
actually, too, I know you did a video about this as well, but back when that Deicide album came out with that AI cover.
Yeah.
I did a video, too. I was thinking, this is fucking shit. And actually, it really did piss me off because I thought the album was really good.
Same here.
And online, they released 2 singles, and the singles had, like, illustrations, like, black and white. Like, why the fuck did they use that as the cover? Man.
As a fan and like a consumer of like the artwork and everything, I totally agree with you. But like listening to Glenn Benton, he's like, "Oh, we wanted to piss people off." I don't know how true that was. I think he's just trying to like sweep it under the rug a little bit there. But
yeah,
if that's what he was trying to do, then I guess mission accomplished. But yeah, the artwork for those singles, fucking worked. But I hate that shit as well, man.
If that was on a 12-inch, even though it's just basic black and white drawings, man, that would have. I think people would have even loved it even more, because I don't give a fuck when anybody says that's a good album. I thought it was good. Good.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've listened to it at the time. I don't know if the full thing was out at the time I made that initial video, but I've spent more time with that album and I like it more and more. It's just a solid Deicide record, but I still haven't bought it because I don't want the damn thing.
I know. The cover is fucking crap, man.
That's just me being stubborn, though. I'm being a big fucking baby. I wouldn't mind it on CD or something, but I don't want that shit blown up on a record jacket. But you know what? Sorry.
I just said no. I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll leave it there, I guess. I could ask you questions all day. I've got a bunch more, but we can always do this again if you're down, man. But thank you so much for coming on.
Like I said, I just enjoy bullshitting with people, man, and talking because this is just the same thing I would be doing with someone else at a show, and talking about music. So I enjoy it, and it's it's always cool talking to different people and different age ranges too, because I always like talking. You talk to some younger people that seem like they're fucking idiots, and then you meet other people that have pretty good sense. But the same thing, I talk to some older people that are fucking morons. So that's why I can't sit there and say people talk about, oh, these young fucks don't know anything. Yeah, yes, they do. I mean, not all of them, but some.
I was going to say some do. You might have to dig a little.
Some of them are fucking idiots, man. Bro. Oh.
Yeah, I can attest to that for sure. For sure. I don't associate with many people my age, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, appreciate that shit, man. Good to meet you finally. And we'll leave it there.
Hey, man, it's been my pleasure, man. It's a good conversation.
Yes, sir. All right, take care, and I'll catch us all in the next one.
Absolutely.